Today, we'll unlock the key that many high achievers across the globe swear by, and that is their morning routine. The first hour after you wake up can set the tone for your entire day. And today, we're setting it to success, to becoming truly limitless. Now, when you think of famous figures in the world, CEOs to athletes, they all have their own morning rituals. You know, they might be meditating, an athlete might be doing some stretching, a writer could be writing or journaling. You see, mornings are unique. It's when your brain is fresh, your slate is clean. Every single day you get to write a new chapter. And distractions, they haven't piled up yet, mostly in the morning. And by creating a personalized morning routine, you're architecting your day for optimal learning, for optimal focus, for optimal productivity. And we've done many videos on morning routines. You know, in order to win the day, you would need to win the first hour of the day. And we have different videos where I show you, some of the important things that I do. I feel like making the bed is important, to start with a clean environment, start with excellence, and brush your teeth with the opposite hand. I've talked about getting the elements into your life, right? Water, air, fire, and earth. Walking around barefoot outside first thing in the morning, getting grounded and breathing fresh air and doing your breathing exercises, getting the fire from the sun so that you can reset your circadian rhythm, and getting hydrated, things like that. I've talked about designing my day where, around 4 C's, where maybe in the morning you're creative, in the afternoon you're consuming, maybe later in the afternoon you're connecting, and then finally, you're clearing, you're journaling and planning your day you're getting stuff out of your head, right? So there's different ways you could approach your morning routine. I'm going to give you yet another one. I don't think you have to follow everyone's rule and get up at 4 a.m. and run a marathon before work. It's about finding activities that really resonate with you and customizing something that works for you. Remember, it's really consistency over intensity. And so I'm going to give you just 4 M's to play with. And you could take these 4 M's and use it if you like. You don't have to use all 4, but just another way of looking at how to create a great morning. I would start with the first one is always movement, right? You could stretch, you could dance, you could listen to music and walk around. But I think getting blood flow is so important, right? Because your heart is sending blood to your brain and it sends oxygen to your brain. So it doesn't just wake up your body, it wakes up what? Your limitless mind. The second one I would say is mindfulness. I think you don't want to start your day being distracted and looking at your phone and doom scrolling and all of that. Start with something that just clears your mind. Maybe it's some deep breathing again. Maybe it might be writing in a diary or journaling. Center yourself. Maybe it's some form of meditation. The third one I would say is find some meaning, something meaningful. Like what I do is I fast forward to the end of my day. And if someone in my family says, how was your day? And I was like, this day was awesome. It was incredible. What was the meaning behind it? What's meaningful to you? And I just think of 3 meaningful things personally or professionally where I could kind of guide myself throughout that day. And maybe a meaningful thing is walking the dogs, right? And just getting connected to nature. That could be personally meaningful. Maybe it's spending some time with a loved one, right? Because the life we live are lessons you teach. And when we're taking our final breaths, and it's not really fun to think about, it's not very positive, none of other people's opinions are going to matter, their expectations, all their comments. What's going to matter is how we lived, right? How we laughed, how we loved and how we learned. And learning takes me to the final M, is if you're willing to experiment in your morning, besides having your movement and your mindfulness and searching deeper for meaning. By the way, a great book to read, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, all right? And then the 4th M, I would say, is mastery. Speaking of learning, what do you want to get better at? I don't think we ever at that stage where we're a master at something, because I think there's always another level, but that's more my mentality. But what do you want to read? What do you want to learn? And that helps you to plan your day, because you're focusing on committing yourself to some form of growth. So let's practice it right now, all right? In this bonus section, let's stand up right now. And with the movement part, just shake out any tension in your body. Just shake out your body. I used to do this out in the park, and doing a little Tai Chi or Qi Gong, but just shake out your body, because they say the issues are in the tissues, right? So just shake out your body a little bit. You could do some gentle stretching or moving around. If you want, you could do your cross crawls, going back and forth, taking your hand or your elbow and raising your opposite knee and touching back and forth. But just get that energy circulating. You could just start kind of bringing energy in if you like. Whatever, just moving is just so powerful, because as your body moves, your brain grooves. And now do the second thing. Take a deep breath. Let's get some mindfulness in. Take a deep breath and just imagine you're breathing in peace, or whatever you need most at this moment. What do you need most of in this moment? You might be breathing in peace, positivity. You're inhaling power. You're inhaling your potential. You're inhaling resourcefulness. And then you're exhaling any kind of stress, anything that doesn't serve you. Exhale any kind of toxic thoughts, or visualize, some of the maybe people that you don't want in your life. You're exhaling, right? Thoughts that you don't want, feelings you don't want. Maybe you have some angst or anxiety or some discomfort in your body. Just imagine you're inhaling into that part of your body and you're exhaling it out. Give it a color if you want. So imagine you're inhaling something that's positive. What color would it be? And as you're exhaling, what color is it when it's leaving your body, when it's leaving your mind? And just do that deep breathing and pause and reflect. All right, now I want you to visualize something that's personally meaningful for you. What just lights you up? What are you grateful for in this moment? What are the things you have in your life that money can't buy? I always say gratitude is really the foundation of all personal growth, because a lot of people go out there and they achieve a lot of quote unquote success, but they're not happy. Right. And then there's some people who have very limited things, but they're genuinely fulfilled. Right. So let's visualize something that's meaningful for you. Maybe it's something you're grateful for, about who you are. Maybe it's somebody in your life. It could be anything. And then finally, think of one thing that you'd like to become more of a master at today. Right. One task or one piece of knowledge that you want to be able to accumulate. Right? And that you're really ready to commit to it, like commit. So there you have it. It's very, very, very simple. I don't want to overcomplicate this. The power of starting your day right. And you could customize these M's to fit your needs. And if there's another M, it doesn't have to be the letter M either, put it in the comments, right? And watch your days transform. Remember, every morning is a fresh start. Right? It's a new chance. Every day you wake up with a new chance because you have a new choice. So embrace it. Until I get to see you again, keep rising, keep shining, and always stay limitless.